Yes, there are scarier things than 4 more years of Trump. And I think that we should start talking about some of them so that way this election can have a little bit more dimension to it. So that way it's not just all about like, oh, Kamala Trump, Kamala Trump. It's more than that that's on the line, guys. Before I even dive into anything else, I do want to make it completely clear. Kamala's not my 10 out of 10. She's not. When it comes to EPA regulations, when it comes to her fracking, she's like, one thing about me, I'm a frack. That's not gonna stop. Environmental scientists have basically set up, they've given up on the camps. They said, listen, we've been trying and I think we've reached the point of no return. And so that continuing, no me gusta that. Israel, she's like, we will continue to participate in giving them money to blow up children. Kamala, no. Right. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I would also like to say that I really hate the idea of, oh, you have to pick the lesser of two evils. There's so much at stake. There's so much at stake. And I would like to talk about one of those things that is also at stake, because there is also a continuing genocide in the United States that a lot of people just forget about, of Black and Indigenous people. It's been ongoing from the moment that we were stolen and brought to that land, and from the moment that white people ended up there and just started murdering brown people. So let's talk about the Supreme Court. First things first, how old are they? The original Uncle Tom is so old. He is so old. And Sotomayor, there's been ongoing health concerns about her. So there is the possibility, and like literally grandparents' age. So there is an ongoing concern about, arguably this is great grandparents' age. If I had kids right now, my great grandma would be right around here, right? So oh Jesus. So you have that in mind, and there's already a Trump, not just Republican, there is a Trumpian supermajority here. There is a fascist supermajority here, and there's the possibility of 3, if not 4 people getting replaced in this upcoming next 4 years. And imagine this Supreme Court, but worse, for the next 30 to 40 years. Do I think that the Supreme Court should be abolished? Yes, absolutely. Why is a great, there's a lot of violence that, Shayna, you can't say things on public platforms like this. But when I see you, Clarence, So with this, I would just like to talk about all that we have lost with this current Supreme Court. With this current Supreme Court, and I want to talk about how it could get so much worse, depending on who you do not vote for this November 5th. 1, we lost Roe V Wade. We lost Roe v. Wade, and women are dying. People with uteruses are dying. Families are being stripped of parents, of daughters, of children, of friends. It's bad. It's bad, and it's only getting worse. And as soon as that video goes live, I'm going to post it right up here to go into greater detail about how this is not just affecting the potential of parenting, but also how this will indefinitely change the politics of relationships in the United States and arguably globally, because what's happening in the States, I've seen bits of it happen in other parts of the world too. I don't talk about that in that video, but I might. If you're curious about that, just let me know. But so Roe v. Wade, we lost. And Chevron, we lost. Why do I have this in the background that says many fast foods contain tiny plastics according to Consumer Reports, like Cheerios, the Whopper, and Wendy's, and we're going to include so many other things in here. In the same article, I think it says that in 85 major products, there have been plastics found. What is Chevron? For those of you who do not know, the Chevron case basically allows for regulation committees to exist that say, hey, the FDA, for example, you can't put plastic in food. the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, that basically says, hey, you can't burn down all of the trees in Wisconsin. That's not cool, guys. So those are gone. Those are gone. Bye-bye. So you're going to see more of, as I call it, food news. Things that you should not be eating or consuming or in whatever way, not just because of the boycotts, which you should still be participating in. No Starbucks, no McDonald's, no other things that I can't quite remember. But those are two big ones, right? So yeah, that. But oh geez, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, because there's no regulation boards or committees anymore that basically says, hey, it's unethical for these things to be happening, for this to be put in food, for this to enter into the environment, for there to be no oil in your drinkable water, that kind of a thing. It's fair game. It's fair game for everyone except you, the citizen. Back in 2023, the New Republic dropped this bad boy. The Tennessee House just passed a bill completely gutting marriage equality, which could affect same-sex, interfaith, or interracial couples in Tennessee. And then guess what just dropped this year? Bada bing, bada boom from CNN. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee signs law that allows people to refuse to solemnize marriage licenses. What does that mean? That means a scuba-da-bop. Let me find it. Oh, literally right at the top. Yeah, so Tennessee governor, whatever, signs bill Wednesday that allows people in the state to refuse to solemnize or perform a marriage if they disagree with it. Now, guess who's the first on that list? LGBTQIA plus community. And if you dare to think that they are just gonna stop at the queers, at the gays, at the not straights, then you're gonna be singing, then I'm gonna be singing that song to you when they eventually come for you. That Francesca Ramsey song, I never thought the leopards would eat my face. Yeah, what happens to one of us happens to all of us. And you better believe that when the supermajority, not when, if, depending on what happens at the presidential level, there becomes a supermajority of Trumpian judges, that this could get codified into federal law. Trump has even said, and I'm not going to find the video, I don't want to hear his voice or see his face, but he has made some not so passive remarks about how this, if he wins this election, that this is going to be the last election that people have to think about for a while. A monarchy, a dictatorship, a fascist regime, excuse me. And yeah, there's a whole lot of talk about like Trump and all of them, right? This though is happening at the state level, and there's other atrocities that are also happening at the state and local level that we need to pay attention to. Project 2025, and I don't know how many times I have said this and will continue to say it. Project 2025 is not just about the presidents. It's not just about who's leading the, the electoral, hold up. Oh my gosh, the word executive left me. It's not all about the executive branch, guys. It's really not. It's important, but it's not the end all be all. And Project 2025 knows this. Regardless of who wins, we literally cannot stop screaming and fighting and making noise, because it also affects at the state level, right? So please make sure that if there's local elections happening, please do your due research. Like, what's his name? The two big people that have consistently won for New Jersey. My family is from New Jersey. I'm born and raised. One of the guys, Bob Menendez, I think he gets the most AIPAC money out of any U.S. senator, which is insane. But I don't know how many people know this or not, so I am going to continue screaming it from the mountains. If you're from New Jersey, please don't vote for Bob Menendez or the other guy that won last year also. It's just, Josh Grofheimer, he's also on that AIPAC list. Okay, I'm gonna calm down, drink some more water, but please keep all of us in mind, guys. Oh God, and vote. Please vote. Okay, bye-bye.